Just because I'm more efficient at the game doesn't mean
Not
I should lose the
efficiency.
game.
That's sloppy.
It's not
That's
sloppy.
literally
Is it
trial and
sloppy
error.
if I win, Lance?
It's trial and error is all it is.
Okay, there's only so many times I can win the game if you call it trial and error. If I win every single game, that's not trial and error. That's consistency.
Flaw in the game is what it is.
Flaw in the game. Don't hate the game. Hate the player. Is that right? I like being lied to. Kind of gets me off, you know?
Oh my god!
Hello, fellow weebs and otakus. Another episode of Anime Fix, your fix for all things anime. I'm Chase.
I'm Lance.
Hello, Lance.
Chase.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm alive.
Can see that. You're moving around, unless you're an android.
Am I an android?
No.
Speaking of androids, we're talking about Spy Family, right? The newest episode.
What does androids have to do with the newest episode of Spy Family?
If you would watch Dragon Ball Z, you would know what happened when Damian, second son, was training. Remember when he was training and he was pretending to block that ball on that different planet? You know what planet that was?
Tell me.
That was Namek. And I'm sitting there like, this is straight out of Frieza versus Goku on Namek when Frieza throws that death ball and Goku catches it. And I'm just sitting there happy as can be. Happy as can be. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh, this is Namek.
Oh, so do you think that scene was a implies that in this universe they have Dragon Ball Z that they can read? Yeah.
Hope so.
Or is it just a fun little Easter egg?
Probably a fun little Easter egg, I would say.
Okay. Is there any chance that they were like, hey, this scene's really cool, we want to rip it, and we don't think any of our Spy Family fans will notice?
Oh, people would notice. It's anime. What do you mean? Dragon Ball Z is one of the most popular animes of all time. All time.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years since Super ended. That's so sad.
What do you think of this episode?
It was really good. I think they animated it really well from the manga. The beginning part is a little bit different in the manga. I was surprised about that. But everything else was almost panel for panel.
It's different.
I don't know if it's different. I just probably don't remember it. But the beginning part when the dude's running, that might be in the manga actually. But like I didn't remember him talking to the other senpai, the other teacher.
I really loved the whole dodgeball scene.
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
well, yeah, but no, specifically when they were in like the in the competition.
Yeah,
because they were all taking it so seriously, and it's exactly how a bunch of kids playing dodgeball will take it is very seriously, while the teacher's he's just sitting there just making sure nobody dies, you know.
Yeah, just elegant. Well,
he's like,
when you're fighting T-1000, it's kind of hard to not die.
You mean that not kindergarten, that steroid and
everyone's like, he's not our age. There's no way.
I actually, when I first saw him, I thought, oh, that must be Twilight, in disguise, trying to, ensure that they win, knock out the competition. Then she was going to lose. Yeah. Until I saw that flashback to where he approached his dad. It's like, oh, that's not Twilight. This is actually a giant.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he sees his dad and he's like, Daddy, Father.
I don't remember my Adam's apple being that big at 6 years old.
I don't remember being a D1 lineman at 6 years old. That's what I don't remember. I won several competitions in kindergarten. You had that many competitions in kindergarten? That's what the girl said. That's what Becky said.
What competitions are there when you're in kindergarten? Anya, I think. Okay, one, it's not Mama's fault that Anya couldn't throw that ball.
No, it's Anya's fault that Anya couldn't throw that ball.
I was so well, one, I would have been pissed if Anya had been like, oh, I better let second son in this contest, so that way he's not angry at me.
No,
Like I was very happy.
She wouldn't do that. She's trying to get
Well,
stealth stars.
but she also wants to help Papa, and part of being friends with him, so is helping Papa.
Papa. I was really, really shocked that Desmond, right? Desmond or Damian?
Damian.
Damian?
Second son?
Yeah, second son.
Damian.
I was surprised that Damian was able to block that full throw ball from T-1000 and like it's just spinning in his hands. I was so mad that he didn't catch it though. I was so mad he didn't catch it. Like I know his hands are smoking and everything, but like that's impressive to say the least, but still, man.
Oh, that everyone else gets knocked out and he just gets punched in the face and he's like, ugh. Or not punched in the face, but hit in the face. And
he didn't get hit in the face. His friend got hit in the face to block it, remember?
His friend got hit. Okay, which scene are you talking about? Are you talking about when Damian blocked it in front of Anya?
Yeah, he didn't get hit in the face. He's holding the ball.
Dropped the ball.
I know, but he didn't get hit in the face.
Oh, okay. I thought he went to grab the ball.
Yeah, he went to grab the ball.
Okay.
So he went to grab the ball, and it's spinning in his hands trying to hold it, and then it just falls because his hands are like fried, pretty much.
He still wasn't in pain. Like at least not that I saw. Which
no, he wasn't.
Everyone
He wasn't
else,
in pain. No, not at all.
I thought he meant to catch it, and then it still hit him in the face. I didn't realize that it actually went to his hand.
Yeah, there's a plot hole though, because that his friend got hit in the face, but literally like 2 minutes before that, they said face shots don't count. So that dude's still in.
He could be in all he wants when he's unconscious on the ground.
That's true. What were you gonna say?
Oh, what was I gonna say? Do you think that Damian blocked it in front of Anya? Okay, so I think that secretly he didn't want Anya to get hurt because he has a crush on her.
Of course he did.
I'll make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. Because they didn't like in that scene really emphasize, like he didn't like have an internal thought like, oh man, I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah. And he says, spews the nonsense of like, I should have just let you get knocked out.
Yeah.
Versus he just said it and we don't actually hear his thoughts on that. How freaked out would you be if like you're this beast man, T-1000, this little scrawny runt is just like, dodging every ball, and then when you're like, I'm just gonna throw it like a special maneuver, so when she dodges, she'll get hit, and she just stays still and nothing happens.
Yep, that was so great, and he got
would
so
you be freaked
mad.
Out?
Huh?
I don't think he was necessarily. I think he was more freaked out. Like, how is this?
No, he was frustrated because like she tripped, laid on the ground, and he got the ball and like threw it full force, right?
Yeah,
and that's why why Damian stepped in, I think, because he threw it full force.
I honestly think though that he was more terrified because like, how is this person able to plan or see every move I'm making?
Yeah.
Would that freak you out a little bit, or would you just be like,
I just could be mad that she's dodging everything
out? Like how I'm such a strategist. How are you defeat? Kind of like in Erased, like that guy who was like, how is he knowing every target I'm going for? So, but overall, it was a very excellent episode. Did you?
Yeah, it was.
Did you have any thoughts about yours training?
I thought it was really impressive and good training. I just wish Anya was competent enough to utilize it,
You think Twilight would have done a better job?
No, not at all. No. Dodgeball is more about assassinating people instead of being a spy.
I mean, spies assassinate people, I think. I don't know. I'm not a spy.
Yeah, but like I feel like a spy's job description is like spying or an assassinate.
A spy's job description is to spy.
Yeah, and an assassinator's job is to assassinate people. I don't know. That's just my thought. But like when she's training Yor in the forest and she chucks that ball and the tree falls down. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, everything. I loved like the Willow workout compilation where she's like, she's like 1, 2, 3, and you see her. She's just doing these sit-ups, and she's like, ugh! And the run through the park and going up the steps, kind of like Rocky style.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool. The sort of yoga pose where Anya falls asleep.
Yeah, and then also trying to do it underneath the waterfall.
Which I didn't get the point of the waterfall.
I don't know. I have no idea either. I think it's like, isn't that like a big training thing? People like sit in meditation underneath the waterfall.
Oh no! Are you making? I mean, seriously, did you just pull that out of your ass?
No, I've seen people meditate in like old kung fu movies.
No, not meditation. Meditating under a waterfall. That's what I'm asking about. Like, I've never seen that or heard of that before.
Yeah, I've seen them and heard of that before.
Fair.
In Spy Family. Duh, Lance. You just watched that episode.
Outside of Spy Family, you doofus.
Old kung fu movies.
Under the waterfall.
Kung Fu Panda does it. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. You don't know?
Look. I'm gonna Google meditating beneath a waterfall, and I bet there's gonna be so much stuff that pops up.
I'm gonna do it too, just to make sure that you're not lying.
I'm not lying. Meditating. If I can spell meditate. Yeah. Under a waterfall.
Oh, it actually is a thing.
Akigyo means waterfall training, meditation in Japanese. It is practiced widely by many throughout the country.
This is news to me. I'm gonna have to check this out.
Widely practiced, Lance.
Hey, look! It's a thing. I just hadn't seen it before, and you weren't sure. Don't pretend like you knew.
I demand an apology.
No, go screw yourself. I point blank asked you if you knew, and
I did know. I was so confident
you were
that
guessing.
When I Googled.
You know what?
That was an 80% sure guess. I'll tell you that.
I swear, I wish that only Spy Family had come up, and I would have ripped on you for weeks.
Bro. I play this game.
Really cool,
what's this game called? I play it at our game time for work, where it's categories. It's categories, right? I play categories, and like on a lot of the questions, I am 60-70% sure that my guess is right, or that guess, if I Google something, it will pop up with something, which is not how you should play the game, and it's illegal, but I still go with it.
So I guess my question is why are you 60-70% sure that your guess is right? Because if it's a guess, it means you have no idea. You're just going with your gut instinct, and it's whatever is.
Yeah, the gut instinct is, usually.
But there's what's the reason behind your gut instinct?
Because I faintly remember something like hearing something about it. So like a song that starts with love, and I say Love Bug because I pretty sure there's a song called Love Bug. And there is Jonas Brothers. Give me 2 points.
Very frustrating.
Why? Because you lose the game like everyone else.
Because you fly by the seat of your pants, and it makes me uncomfortable.
But you know what? I usually win. I've won almost every one of those categories. Until they change the rules.
Should compete sometime. Oh. Do you have to give an answer before you Google, or can you Google the answer?
No, you can't Google the answer. You gotta do it before you Google.
What rules do they have to change?
That I can't guess. I have to know.
How do you prove that you do know? To give reasons?
Yeah.
That sounds like a better way to play that game.
Nah, I'd probably lose it.
Exactly.
Just because I'm more efficient at the game doesn't mean
not efficiency. That's sloppy. That's
sloppy.
Literally
is
trial and error.
Is it sloppy if I win, Lance?
It's trial and error is all it is.
Okay, there's only so many times I can win the game if you call it trial and error. If I win every single game, that's not trial and error. That's consistency.
flaw in the game. Is what it is.
Flaw in the game. Don't hate the game. Hate the player. Is that right?
We're on what, episode 10 of Spy Family?
I think so.
How many more episodes do you think there'll be? And
Probably
where do you think it
2
will end up?
or probably 24. I don't know. Usually it's 12 or 13, unless they decide to keep it going and go 24, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I feel like, although I don't know, like I like it so much, I bet they could keep going. And I have like I'm looking right now.
Demon Slayer did it. Demon Slayer did 24 episodes.
If they did 24 episodes, do you think that they'd be caught up?
I don't think so. I think it was like 80 chapters or something like that.
Okay. Looking up right now.
If you like Spy Family, I feel like you are gonna like Demon Slayer.
Let's see here. There's going to be looks like there's going to be 11.
Oh, only 11? That's surprising.
Because right here, so we just finished 10, and unless they're, what is the TBD? Oh, TBD. Okay, that's the viewership. TBD? Original, yeah.
To be determined.
Yes, I know what it means. I'm talking about what were they saying is TBD.
I didn't know what it meant. I was guessing.
Well, maybe, okay.
I would have won that guess, though.
Would they, I guess, because it's showing episode 11.
Maybe it's just like as it keeps going, you know?
Could be. Yeah, let me see here. How many episodes? Because I want to know. I want to know where you think it's going to end
right now. Still haven't met a lot of important characters yet, so.
Oh, okay. So here we go. 25 episodes total for season 1. The first part consisting of 12 episodes. So they're splitting into 2 parts.
So why don't they just put it into 2 seasons?
I don't know.
That's so weird. It's just like Demon Slayer.
Series will consist of 25 episodes. The first part consisting of 12 episodes, premiering in Japan on April 9th on TV Tokyo and other networks. The second part consisting of 13 episodes will air later in 2022.
Okay. It's kind of like Stranger Things. You know what I mean? They have part 1 out, and then part 2 comes out in like July something, I think.
Okay, so the last air date of part 1 will be June 25th. So we have 2 more episodes.
Okay.
Where do you think it's going to, based on what you've read, where do you think it's going to end?
There's 2 more episodes?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Let's see. It will probably. We just had the dodgeball one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it will end. Yeah. All right. I have a good idea where it's going to end.
Is it going to end juicy, or is it going to just be kind of like a cliffhanger and then have to wait for months?
I think it's either going to end satisfying, or I want to know what's going to happen next. It's going to end like that. One of the two. I don't think they can fit everything in with the new thing. So it's probably going to end satisfying.
And this can't be any worse than AOT did with splitting the final season into 3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
It's very frustrating.
But you get to yearn for more content, though.
I don't want to yearn for more content. I want to be satisfied.
No, because once you're satisfied, you're going to be like, I wish there was more content.
It's not true.
Yes, it is. That's how I feel about Dragon Ball Z.
That's how you feel. That's not how I feel.
Well, I'm going to make you feel that way. Because you can make people do things, you know?
No, you can't.
You
I mean,
can.
I guess you can, but
It's called abusiveness.
now look who sounds like a serial killer or a
We were talking about
psychopath.
that?
What'd you call me? What'd you call me?
Dog. I
You
don't
called
know.
me a
Did I call you a psychopath?
He did.
On the podcast or not?
I think on the podcast. I just don't know which podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot. I probably called you a psychopath a lot of times.
So
Did you
because
drink
I
your
was talking
coffee
about
black without any cream or sugar?
the way you're supposed to, like a man.
No.
Or a woman. No. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Like you're supposed to, like an adult.
You hate kids, don't you?
I won't say that.
I will take my coffee with cream and sugar in my baby bottle like I'm supposed to. I drink coffee black sometimes, but mostly if I'm out of cream and sugar.
Yeah. So desperation. Already,
You may call it that.
I'm already working towards doing complete decaf. Still has some caffeine in it, but
just
it's
'cause
just
you like
not
the
nearly as
taste?
much. I like the taste of coffee. Period. I like some coffee better than others, but I'm trying to cut down on caffeine.
Oh, just like I'm trying to cut down on my medicine, huh? You consult your doctor before you did that?
I had this conversation before. I did inform him of what I was trying to do.
You did?
But yeah, I did.
Really?
I did. I told him, I said, yeah, I told him kind of a life update. This is what I'm trying to do to improve my health.
That's
I didn't ask his permission because one, he didn't prescribe me caffeine. That's the difference. There's no prescription for caffeine. You just buy it and drink it.
I just thought that
You
was a
don't.
recommendation. You know, he's just writing the script as a recommendation.
A guideline. It's like the
Yeah.
speed limit, right? It's a guideline. No one's gonna. Just a recommendation of how fast you're supposed to go on the road. Although there is some
Listeners
argument
of listeners of Anime Fix, please adhere to the speed limit guidelines in your country.
there actually is some. I've come across some debate or conversation around speed limits and how they are. Oh, how did they phrase it? To use my favorite word, archaic. So like the speed limits that were that we see now were decided during a period of time when cars weren't as efficient, weren't as safe, and a few other factors as they are now. Cars have
But like, they could change the speed limits.
could change the speed limits.
Yeah, so I feel like
You see them
changed
going,
it.
but do you feel like they've gone out to the highway and ripped off that sign and said, you know what, this used to be 35. Let's bump it to 50.
I think so because with like just from my guessing, right? As we talked about with categories,
Yeah.
Cars didn't used to be able to go above like what 60, 80 miles an hour.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think so.
Thinking of like Model Ts, yeah. But I'm talking about like in the 60s and 70s. Do you think a car couldn't go 80 miles an hour in the 70s?
Not the 70s, no. I'm talking about like the 40s, 50s.
I think you're
maybe early 50s.
I think you're talking more like in the 10s and 20s and 30s when we had Model Ts. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Maybe. Let me see.
Googling right now to see if you're right.
What if I am? What if I am right, Lance? What if I am right?
Let's find out.
Is it fair to say that my guessing gut instinct's pretty accurate?
I've only seen one instance of that.
Let's find out. We'll keep talking, keep entertained while I try to figure this out.
Oh, so you haven't found your answer yet on the first search term?
Well, I
First
don't
link?
think I'm using the right language when I'm like I said. When did a car go 80 miles per hour? That's not really good context.
Let's see here. In the 50s, the fastest car was the Aston Martin DB4 GT. It reached a top speed of 153 miles per hour.
We look at the 40s.
Let's see here. It was a Mercedes Benz, and it got up to, let's see here.
Yeah, Utah just changed their speed limit to 80 miles an hour for the highest one.
Let's see here. Oh, that's but 0 to 60 was the general speed. I think it said the Mercedes Benz in the 40s top speed was almost 400 miles per hour, but that's definitely not consumer
Yeah.
specific. Okay, so 133 miles per hour. It was the Jaguar XK120, was the fastest car of the 1940s.
I wonder
think you're right.
Because I remember I remember hearing that there was a speed limit that was thought not possible by trains and cars. I wonder if it was 60 miles per hour or 80 miles an hour. But you're probably right. It was probably like in the 1920s, 30s.
The point is that the speed limits were decided during a time when cars were built completely different than they are now. They weren't as safe as they were now.
I wouldn't trust myself
as fast as
80 or 90 miles an hour though.
Yeah, you wouldn't trust you, but you'd trust a computer. You should try. I would trust a computer to drive me around before I trust a human being.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Response.
If they're going like 50, maybe. I don't want a computer driving me around at 80.
Humans have poor response times, difficulty focusing. They're a prime example of that.
Don't judge me and my stickers.
Distracted by loud noises. Computer has none of that.
What was that? I heard a loud noise. Ugh.
Let me clarify. I would trust a fully implemented self-driving car computer before I trust a human self-driving or a human driver.
There are monorails. Probably do that.
Monorails?
Yeah, like the cars were stuck on on a rail system. I do that. Like a go-kart. No, I got a go-kart. Bumper cars.
Yeah, do you trust a roller coaster?
Yeah.
That's automated.
No, it's not. There's a human that pushes the go button.
So uses the track to get it to pick up speed. So
yeah,
yeah, roller coaster runs completely on its own.
No, like I said, human pushes the go button and the stop button.
Speaking of roller coasters, are we done with Spy Family?
I think so. Speaking of roller coasters, you hate roller coasters.
I do. Tori asked me if I would go on a roller coaster or I'd go to a theme park with her, and I said, I think I've had my fill of roller coasters.
I'm glad that it was with me. I'm glad it was with me.
You with Chase. And I said, yeah, that was a special event. That's why I did it.
Special event. Is she mad that you won't go with you?
I probably will go,
but you went with your husband, not your wife.
I think definitely was perturbed.
That's funny.
I probably will go, but it's also like, it's funny. Like I pretty much got over my fear for the most part of most roller coasters. There's some I still won't ride.
You rode all of them at Cedar Point except for the Top Thrill Dragster.
Oh, there's one other one I didn't ride.
Which one? You rode Millennium Force.
I did ride Millennium Force.
And that's one of the highest ones in the country.
But there's the one that there were sets of 2 people on each side with your legs completely exposed, and there's no one else in between. And
You went on that one. Remember the spider?
no, I didn't.
The spider.
Didn't go on there.
The spider. Remember the spider came down? You're like, oh god.
Spider came down.
Remember? Because like I thought you'd be more scared of the spider because you were locked in, you couldn't move, and then you just swatted it away. You were more scared about the roller coaster than the spider.
I was more scared of the roller coaster than the spider.
Yeah, you went on that one, man. Maybe there's 2 of them.
There were 2 different ones. Well, there was a bunch, but the one I'm talking about was like a bar, and then there were sets of 2 chairs on each side, hanging down.
I don't know.
Because that's the one I skipped out on, and I said I prefer to go on the ride that lifts you up into the air and then free falls you down.
Really?
That was less terrifying to me
Than the other one?
than the other one.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts about that trip was Brandon lying to you consistently about how this ride isn't that scary. And then it's the highest ride in the,
You all
in the
lied
park.
to me. You all lied to me.
Brandon mostly. Maybe Mo lied to you too.
All of you did. All
Buck
of you
was
lied
just
to me.
there. Andres definitely lied to you.
Yes, for sure. Andres did lie to me. Are you talking about Millennium Force wasn't that scary? Or are you talking about...
Yeah. You went on Millennium Force twice, didn't you?
3 times.
3 times?
Oh.
Yeah, I got a headache after the second time.
Millennium Force wasn't that bad. Like, okay, well, the hardest part of Millennium Force is like the first minute.
The first drop, yeah.
The
Or
first
the climbing. Or the climbing.
Climb
Climb's scary because it's so slow.
Climb is scary because it's so slow, but then the drop. That period
because
right
it's
there,
so it's like so far, like it's not straight down like top thrill dragster, but it's pretty low.
After that, it's fine. I mean, it still freaks me out, but it's fine.
Yeah.
What do you keep
Top thrill
talking about?
dragster isn't like really bad because
I
it's
wish
so
I
fast.
had done that one.
It's only 10
I watched the GoPro
yeah.
footage, like a chest footage of that one, and it honestly wasn't that bad. Like, I've watched sky jumping videos,
yeah,
and that freaks me out.
Oh yeah, my sister went one of those. You can watch my sister's one. It's on YouTube. No.
Only if I'm really curious, but no, I try to avoid sky jumping videos. But anyway, the point is, I watched the sky jumping video. That freaks me out. The dragster coaster did not.
Oh, okay.
They do that next time.
If you agree to go with Tori on like a trip to a theme park, what theme park are you gonna go to? You gonna go back to your point?
Yeah.
You gonna do a different one?
I don't know. I'll let her pick because ultimately I don't care.
Well, when you guys decide, let me know so I can go with you. I'll be the third wheel. No, I'm sorry. Tori will be the third wheel.
No, you would be the third wheel.
Uh,
And you're actually you would be the fourth wheel because it would be Aubrey, Tori, and myself having a grand old time ignoring you.
oh, we gotta invite Aubrey.
Yeah, we have to invite Aubrey.
Oh, actually, that works out because me and you can run off together.
We're gonna continue talking about Spy Family at least until this first leg of the season ends. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. What is some anime? I wanted to ask you real quick. I told you what I watched recently that we're going to talk about in the future is Danganronpa. Which I thought was phenomenal.
There used to be a game, right?
Based off a game.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I absolutely loved it, and I'm more interested in this universe, and I'm very interested in this universe, and I want to watch follow up or play the follow up seasons, play the game. Apparently, there's a sequel, so I definitely want to check that out. But that's what I've watched this week. Very fascinated by. Have you watched anything you want to talk about?
There's 3 that I want you to watch. I mean, I've been watching a bunch of all the new animes coming out, but the 3 that I want you to watch are oldies but goodies.
Okay, so nothing new.
Not really, nothing new. Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, Danganronpa's not new, really.
No, but it's new to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's something that you hadn't seen before that you watched recently?
Recently?
No.
Let me go to my Crunchyroll real quick. Because I can't really remember things that I watch. It's probably a bad thing.
And then there's another one that I'm super in, too, that's coming out in the fall called Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay. I would say Dress Up Darling was really good. A couple of cuckoos. Shikimori is not just a cutie. The Greatest Demon Lord's a nobody. We Never Learn Bokuben. Love Tyrant's pretty good. Hiyoka, My Teen Romantic Snafu, Don't Toy Me, Nisma Nagatorio, Haran-san, Wohaken Renai. That's a good one. I watched a lot, bro.
Damn, dude.
Konosuba is really good. Banished from the Hero's Party, Decided to Live a Peaceful Life. That's a good one. The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a Typical Nobody is a good one. Trapped in a Dating Sim is a good one. Bottom tier character Tomazaki is a good one. I've watched all these recently.
Damn, dude. That's a lot.
Adachi and Shinamura. That's kind of a weird one. It's a Yuri. Yeah, I watched a lot. Love After Dominion's a really good one. Or Love After Domination, sorry. My First Girlfriend's a Gal is a good one. Yeah.
Here, I'm sending you real quick the trailer.
Which one of those you want to watch?
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. That's so many. There's 3 that I want you to watch that I've already watched years ago, which is Bunny Girl Senpai. You'll like that one. Citrus, you probably won't like that one. And Domestic Girlfriend, you probably won't like that one.
That one. I just sent you the trailer teaser real quick to watch in your own time. But
I will. I mean, I know what you're watching, obviously.
Oh, you mean because I'm using your Crunchyroll? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because I know. I was like, he's watched 7 episodes of Danganronpa. That's cool.
Way to take the. So first off, Tori cast that.
What?
Tori's the one who used your Crunchyroll. I tried to use Hulu, but she has a problem with ads.
Because you don't pay for no ads.
Hulu? No, because it's I get it as part of a perk and add-on. So
you know what's funny? You don't have to pay for Crunchyroll. You can just get free Crunchyroll, but you have to watch ads. I don't pay. I pay so I don't have ads. Plus, I can get the episodes right after they come out.
Yeah, I know Crunchyroll. You can watch free ad supported.
Yeah, so you don't have to. You can just get your own.
I know, but Tori doesn't like ads, and so she used your Crunchyroll, and I don't want to pay for it.
That's fair.
I'll pay for YouTube Premium before I'll pay. Well, that's not true. I'll probably pay for Funimation. But anyway, okay, cool. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Cool. We'll catch everyone next time when we watch and review the next episode of Spy Family, at least for the next 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Then
we're gonna talk about Bubble.
Are we?
Not.
You don't want to talk about Erased?
We talked about Erased.
Did we?
Huh.
No, we haven't.
We have.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
Do the viewers know that?
No.
Listeners?
Yeah, they don't.
Oh my goodness. All right. We'll watch and review one of those. It's your cue. It's your cue, Lance.
Hi.
We couldn't hear you.
Hi.